Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is another normal game sent in by you, the fans, to Life's a Glitch TV at gmail.com. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yup.
Hit me up with the sound of waking up in the morning and find out that on the other side of your bed is a giant purple Kool-Aid man.
Kool-Aid.
Down here in the bottom right-hand side of the map, and I'll let you put two and two together, is the red Terran purple asshole. And up in the top left of whatever jungle map this is Jonah Bob, the blue Protoss. That's a normal game. We shouldn't expect any cheese, but at this point, I expect the unexpected. But before we get started, Mr. Black, I got a question for you. We got to see some of my favorite unit of all time, the Archon, in the last match that we casted. But we got a question coming from the aptly named, as always, PP Insider. What is perhaps your least favorite unit in the game of StarCraft? The most annoying or most hated unit?
Widowmine, by far. I fucking hate that unit. Hate it with a passion.
Man, I only played for like 4 months back in the day with StarCraft 2, but I would say, like, between my playtime and what I watched other people go through, man. You know what? I'm gonna pick something that's more for the scrub players like me that I struggled with, Mr. Black. And they were a real menace for a while. The Roach.
The Roach? Really? Okay.
For a while, the Roach, when I played, the Roach messed me up, but there was a period of time, and I'm sure you remember, where all it took to win a Zerg was get 60 Roach in the first 5 minutes of the game and A move. And so I know it drove them crazy for a while. I could sit here and say Widowmine for sure, or there's several units that drive people absolutely insane. But I'll say for the everyman for a good while, yeah, Lurkers would be like, Zerg has a lot of nasty ones. But definitely for me, I struggled against them. They're just so damn strong as early game units. And, you know, when you're not the master of your early game macro, if you're up against a Zerg that's not even like high skill, but they were skilled enough to pump out Roach, which wasn't a high ceiling. Very difficult to deal with, very annoying, because you know it's not supposed to be something you lose to. But for a while, man, those were a menace. The Roaches were terrible.
Those were a menace. And you know what won't be a menace? This Zealot trying to go up the ramp of a Terran that is always going to be walled off, and they're going to have a couple of Marines here in the back. I am actually surprised we did not see a Reaper opening here from Purple Asshole, because not only do you use it for scouting information, but if a Protoss player does not open up with a Stalker, the moment that they get a Cybernetics Core can do a lot of damage. And when Protoss does get a little bit aggressive and starts bringing out these units early on, that Reaper has free reign to go and fuck shit up, and at the very least, they're going to have to waste their strategic recall in order to bring that Stalker back to stop the pain. But, you know, our Terran did not open up with a Reaper, so I digress.
Hey, listen, sometimes Bob doesn't understand the assignment. Sometimes, you know, when he applied for the job, just like lots of us out here, all right? It's hard to get a job these days, and everyone needs the money. So what do? Well, maybe you stretch the truth a little bit on the resume. Yeah, I know how to work tables in Microsoft Excel. I've done that before. And you've actually never even opened the program in your life. But listen, when everyone's asking for the Microsoft suite on the resume, and you're just looking to flip burgers at a McDonald's, sometimes you gotta tell them some bullshit. And I think in this instance, Bob told them some bullshit, and knowing that there was a Terran down there, he was never going to get up the ramp. He didn't know. He doesn't have this experience, but now he knows. And on the next resume, after he gets fired from his current job for lying on his resume, he'll at least know that the Terran base is going to be walled up and he can't do anything down there. But oh boy, here comes the pain. This is what every Protoss, I'm sure, is not wanting to have happen at any point in the game, especially at this point in the match. The first big Terran drop coming straight out of a purple asshole.
Yeah, and his units, for whatever reason, are sitting in the middle of the map doing fuck all right now. They all lied on the resume. Meanwhile, Purple Asshole is, well, he's got some trained medevacs with all kinds of Billie Jeans about to moonwalk their way into an absolute massacre. There is no shield batteries here. A drop in the back is going to smoke all of these units, and he's probably only going to lose maybe 3 Marines at most. Forced to run his units over here, but he's not. He's just random Guardian shielding, and all of the units here back at the base are about to go down. He's microing fairly well, and he is sour about that mineral line.
Well, you hate to see it, but unfortunately, Jonah Bob is he needs a new HR manager, Mr. Black, because whoever's currently the HR manager is clearly doing, look at this shit.
Yeah.
Well, the workers on strike now, get back to work! We got stuff to do. We can't just sit around. That's more like it. Thank you very much. But unfortunately, Jonah Bob really in a bit of a scramble there. And now this is what it opens up. He's done a lot of damage, and now he knows as he's macroing back at base, if he can keep up a little bit of this. Woo! Oh, you are not.
That ain't cheese,
All
bro.
this cheese.
That ain't cheese, bro. That ain't cheese. Well, he let the siege tank die. He did not unsiege it. He loses the medevac for no reason. Continues to build the bunker, loses the bunker, and almost loses this medevac as well. Terran is shit in the bed right now. I don't know.
Listen,
like
he just decided for whatever reason that instead of actually focusing on combat, he was going to do a little bit of Mavis Beacon teaches typing, and spent a little too much time in chat, and sadly just lost any advantage that he had and kind of puts himself on the back foot.
He's losing
because now he's 1 base, and now Jonah Bob is on 2 base, and now Jonah Bob has the actual production to keep up with the amount of minerals he's got at his hands, and that's another nice warp in of stalkers. If I saw a probe go down here and put a forward Pyron, I might cream my prance.
It's already there, bruh. It's already there. So
great.
Yeah, Terran shit the bed.
I'm creaming my prance.
Terran opted to stay on 1 base to do an all-in, which is not a cheese. And he just did not focus on micro at all. He just sieged up and let it go. He did a couple of stim kites. He's now built a command center here and let it die. It's game over. That's it. He had a chance.
While we're watching this wrap up, Mr. Black, as this A-moved proton, here comes Mavis Beacon. I'm waiting for it. You know this shit's coming. We're gonna do a little bit of Mr. Blainer, Mary Fuck Kill, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate.
Oh, you know, I'm marrying white chocolate. I'm fucking, because, you know,
literally?
I did it in real life. Man, I'm fucking milk chocolate and I'm killing dark chocolate.
Jeff is getting blasted on Black Twitter right now for abandoning his race.
I don't give a shit. You know, I'm not a big fan of, like, dark, like, you know, deep dark chocolate, you know? Like, it's just a little rich for me. It's like it's too much. It's too much.
It's bitter.
It is bitter. It is bitter.
And none of these are actually innuendos. These are actually talking about chocolate before somebody comes for our life.
Yeah, no. Dude, I'm black, for Christ's sake.
I sound black sometimes. Word.
I sound white.
Mary Fuck Kill, though, that's true. Kanye East, as it were. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate. I gotta be honest, white chocolate's not even chocolate, and I didn't marry one, so I'm gonna say kill white chocolate. I'm gonna say marry dark chocolate, because milk chocolate will give me a heart attack. But I'll fuck it.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Like dark chocolate, like I never liked it like for a long time, but I've gotten to a point now, like when you get off of having sugar all the time, you can slowly ramp up like the percentage of cocoa, and then you like it doesn't hit you like a truck. But if you're somebody that like has a fair amount of sugar in your diet, and then you go and eat like 85% cocoa, it's basically like just opening a fucking jar of cocoa powder and snorting it fucking raw. It's just be absolutely terrible. Speaking of snorting it raw, Purple Asshole thinks that he's going to be able to pull this game back.
No.
Oh, okay, thank God. He finally. All right, good.
It's over.
It's over.
It's
over.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's a normal game. Wasn't a bad one. It was just a normal game. Guys, NordVPN, head on down there. Link is in the description below. Get yourself a VPN service. And if you haven't already, head on over to patreon.com/LagTV. We got a dollar menu up there now. $10 or more. You can $5 or more now. We're just
$5 or more now.
We're like what's that infomercial where they chop up the prices, or what was that? What's that infomercial, Adam?
What? Chop up the prices?
I forget it now. It's like remember it was the dude, the white guy that's like
The
super
slap
animated.
chop?
It's a slap chop, yeah. And he's like he chops up all the stuff, and then he would say like we're chopping up the prices, and it's getting anyway. That's where I was going with it.
About Vince?
That dude, yes, that guy.
Yes.
Wasn't there a scandal around that guy? Didn't he do something?
There was. As it turns out, he didn't. He not only slapped slap chops, he slapped prostitutes.
Oh, that's what it was. All
yeah.
right.
If you can
Well,
slap a hooker, you can slap a slap chop.
You definitely can. Well, slap your way on over to patreon.com and slap on that dollar menu. $5 will get you a question that we can answer here in one of these casts. And it's, I don't really have anything else to add beyond that, to be honest. So
You're going to love my nuts.